In today's video, I have a little Shein haul for you. I found a few pieces. I was just nosing on the website. Found a few pieces that I'm kind of thinking might slot nicely in with my existing wardrobe. So I decided to give them a try. There's a few pieces here for the winter time. There's a few pieces that might and hopefully will tie me in for the springtime. I will of course link everything in the description box for you down below. But with no further ado, let's get stuck into it. I'm jumping straight into the pieces just so you can see them in live action and really get a good feel for each piece. We're starting off with a little rib knit t-shirt. It's a fine knit t-shirt and you may have seen it before if you watched a previous Shein haul of mine, because I had ordered it in a yellow, but I had ordered in a size 2XL. It was too big and the yellow color didn't work for my skin tone. So I decided to order it in this burgundy color instead, in a size down. And this one, I'm in love with it. It is a plain and simple t-shirt. It does sit snug to the body, as you can tell. You can really see the outline of my belt here. You can see a little bit on the back there, although there's a little bit more space on the back, so it's not too tight. Actually, just seeing it there in the mirror. But it does sit snug to the body. Now, it does have the little rib edge down here at the bottom, which I'm not a big fan of. But I think I can get away with it in this color because it's a darker color. It doesn't kind of show up as much. And also, as you know, I'm more of a French tucker. So I would possibly tuck it in like this if I wouldn't tuck it in fully. Now it is a fine knit, so it is like a knitted t-shirt. It is a little rib material and it's very, very soft, very, very stretchy. It's a fantastic layering piece. Even though it is a little bit high on the neck, I don't think in this color, it was something I was talking about on the yellow one, that from my boobs and up to the to my neck is what I'm trying to say. It looked very long on the yellow, but on this burgundy color, I don't actually think it's a problem. The sleeves has the perfect length. It is nice and comfortably in the neck, even though it is higher, but it's a fantastic layering piece. I really, really love this t-shirt and I'm going to be using it to show off a few of the other pieces that I have. I love it, and this one is staying for sure. The next thing I ordered is a faux leather jacket, and it looked absolutely amazing on the photos and especially on the review photos as well. I really looked intensely to see if I could see what the faux leather would look like, because I didn't want that plasticky kind of faux leather. It's not as plastic as I thought that it might potentially could be, but it's still a little bit plasticky. I can't say I'm madly in love with it. The shape of the jacket I really do like. I love that it has the shoulder pads in, so it has the fitted shoulders. But every time I move, it just keeps going over my boobies. I don't like that. I think it looks really weird and make me look kind of round, and it's not very flattering. I love the buttons. And had there been a little button here just to kind of hold it together, I think I would have liked it better. But no, actually I wouldn't. As you can tell on the back, it's actually gaping, meaning it is a little bit on the big side on me. So it's not gaping because it's not big enough. I think it's just the way it's made. So yeah, I can't say I'm madly in love with this jacket. And also it does have, most faux leather does, in fairness, have that little bit of a fishy smell when you just get it delivered. This one has been lying over on my bed for about an hour now and it still smells. In order to get the smell out of it, hang it in the bathroom while you're taking a steaming hot shower, and that'll help kind of get the smell out of it. It will come out eventually. So yeah. This one is just not for me, but anyway, now I've tried it, it's out of my system. Next, I got a pair of trousers, and I must admit, I love the look of these trousers. I'm not loving them to the point that I'll keep them, but my first reaction is I love them. They have a great fit on me. We have an elasticated waist on the back. We have little faux pockets here in the front, which is what I love. But sadly, we don't have any proper pockets, and that's why I'm not keeping them. We do have functioning belt loops, and they have like a wide leg, but they're not like wide, if that makes sense. They just skim beautifully over the tummy. Look at that. There is no tummy in sight. And they have a decent fit on my backside. Now, the reason I'm not keeping them is the fact that there's no pockets, as well as the fact that this is a summer fabric. It is a polyester fabric with a little bit of elastane in. The elastane is what you have here in the back, because there is no stretch of any kind in the actual material. I love the look of them, but the fact that I can only wear them in the summertime because they're simply just not thick enough for the rest of the year, it won't work for me. I love the look of them. They're a fantastic option for us apple shapes. They're just not perfect for me, so I will return them, but I really do like these. Next, I found the cutest little top, and I kept the trousers on because I had kind of envisioned the two pieces together. I love the brown with this sky blue. I think it is so cute. Again, it is a little knitted top, obviously because it's knit, it's nice and stretchy, and then we have these little white bows sewn onto it. Again, we have the short sleeve and a slight little bit of puff in the shoulders. I just think this knitted top is absolutely adorable. I once again love it, but not to the point that I want to keep it. And the reason I don't want to keep it is actually the neckline. I'm not really in love with the neckline. It goes up quite high and I can actually feel it climbing up the neck on me, and then it goes out a little bit wide. I'm not really, see, on the burgundy one that I was wearing before, we had a round neck, completely round neck, and I think that suited me better. So also, this is knit, and I know nothing about knit, so forgive me, but there is absolutely no stretch right in this little seam, if you can call it like that. And it's the same down the bottom. There's very little stretch. It's as if there's a thread that goes through and that kind of holds it in place. The rest of the top is ton stretchy, but just in the neckline there and the bottom line here, there's no stretch. And I can feel it because it's up so high. It's an absolutely adorable top, and because it is knit, it would be nice and warm in the springtime. Do you imagine this with just a little cardigan or a little denim jacket over it or something like that if you needed it? It is adorable. It really, really is. It's just not perfect, and you know my motto, I only keep pieces that are 100% perfect, that I genuinely love and know that I'm going to wear, because otherwise it'll just be pieces that'll be clogging up my wardrobe and I may not wear them and I'll waste my money, and I don't want to do that. So I really love the idea of this one. I'll definitely keep an eye out for something similar because I think it's adorable, but this one is just not perfect for me. I popped the burgundy top back on again because I've picked up a burgundy satin skirt as well. My intention was that hopefully these two pieces would work together, as well as work with the other burgundy pieces that I have in my wardrobe. Now the colors are not perfect. The top is a little bit darker. The skirt, obviously it's a satin material, so it's going to have a different hue to it anyway, but it's a little bit more on the purple side. I think it has a more purple hue to it, where the top is more of the brown hue. Does that make sense? I was a little bit worried about the length of the skirt as well, so I went and popped on a heel just to kind of see what it would look like. And now that I have the slight little heel on, I think the length of the skirt is absolutely perfect. Yes, maybe it would still be better if it was shorter. I don't know. See, I really like when my skirts hitch just above the knee or kind of on the knee or just below. I don't know. Is it mumsy, this length? I don't know. No, I don't think so. I actually think it's quite sophisticated, this length. Also, I'm nearly 50 years of age, so it's okay if I'm a little bit mumsy, isn't it? I think these two pieces, even with the color difference, it could still work together. I would potentially just separate it with a little gold belt, especially if I was wearing the gold shoes. And look at this. It skims beautifully over the tummy. Beautifully over the curves. It has a great fit, and it's really difficult to find a satin skirt that actually fits nicely on an apple shape, because most of them are actually sewn for pear shape, so there's a lot more space right here. But this one I think works really, really well. I think I might just have to keep this one. Yeah, I will double check with the other colors that I have in my wardrobe just to make sure that it'll work with the other pieces, but I really like this one. I think it's beautiful. My next piece is very out of my comfort zone, and it's definitely meant as a layering piece, not as a piece of it being worn on its own, because as you can tell, it's quite see-through. But I was thinking that this top might just work fantastic under a blazer. Grey and burgundy goes fantastic together, and I have two burgundy suits that I'm absolutely in love with. And I'm thinking, I wonder if this piece will work fantastic. I am a little bit self-conscious, however, that it is quite see-through. So I'm not really sure, but it is a basic little t-shirt. There are no details on it. It does sit snug to the body. You can see the outline on my belt there, and you can see the tag there. That's how see-through it is. But as a layering piece, I'm definitely going to try this one out with my suit before I decide whether or not to keep it. There are no details on it, just like an open neck line. We have proper shoulder seams and just into a long sleeve. But it is this silvery, sparkly, I don't even know what material it is. I didn't even check. Probably polyester. Oh, this one I got in a size 4XL. There you go. Yeah, 100% polyester. So I don't really know what to say. It's very out of my comfort zone, but I love the sheen of it. So yeah, the only way to know is to go and try it on with my suit, and then I decide whether or not to keep it. But as a layering piece, I thought this one could be good fun. The last piece I got for today is a skirt. And you can hear it before you see it. And that's one thing I don't like about faux leather. It is the fact that you have this swooshing sound in it. It depends on what the material's like on the back. That's why it makes that swooshing sound. And this one is a little bit annoying. Anyway, this in theory is a fantastic skirt for us apple shape, because we got a ruching in the front, you have a side tie, you have it going kind of across the body with the buttons and the cut of it, and then you have the slit in the front. It's a fantastic style of a skirt for us apple shapes. It really kind of hides that tummy and it really shows off our curves. It is slightly fitted as a pencil skirt, but it's not sitting that snug on me that I feel that it's showing everything off. Now it is a little bit funny on the front because it is made to look as a wrap style of a skirt. But let me just open the tie, and that's as far as it's open, because this piece is sewn in place here. And then this tie has been sewn in the back, and you then tie this. However, this is going to be weird. I can pull this wrap piece down, and then I have this piece that's sitting around and is tied here, but I have this gap here. And I'm thinking, if I was to kind of move around a lot, would this slide apart? I don't know. I think personally I would have put a little stitch in just to kind of hold these two pieces together, just to make sure they don't, but maybe that's just to kind of keep the wrap style in place. I don't know. It's a beautiful skirt. As I say, it does show, it does sit a little bit snug to the tummy, but it's not, because of the ruching, I don't feel my tummy is on display. I do, however, not like the noise that it makes, and this bit does worry me a little bit. So for that reason, I'm going to return it. But I'm definitely going to keep an eye out for a pencil skirt like this, because the shape of it is fantastic on my body. I really love it. But that is all the pieces that I have for today. I hope, if nothing else, it gave you a little bit of inspiration, or maybe pieces you can be looking for to add to your existing wardrobe here for the remaining of the winter and going into springtime. As I said earlier, everything is linked down in the description box, and do let me know in the comment which piece was your favorite. Are you going to give any of these pieces a try? I'd love to hear your thoughts. That's it for today. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.